Hello everyone, welcome. Today we want to talk to you about a key figure in the history of economics, Adam Smith, considered the father of modern economy.
Yes, although he lived in the 18th century, his ideas continue to influence the way we understand markets, productions, and the role of people within the economy. In this video, we are going to learn about his life, his qualities as an intellectual leader, his main achievements, and the legacy he left.
The topic one is his personal information. Adam Smith was born in Kirkcaldy, a small town in Scotland, in 1723. His father died before he was born, and he was raised mainly by his mother, with whom he had a very close relationship. He studied at the University of Glasgow and then at Oxford. From a young age, he stood out for his intelligence and interested in philosophy, especially morality, and how society was organized. Throughout his life, he was a professor of moral philosophy and later devoted much of his time to research and writing. In 1759, he published his first major work, The Theory of Moral Sentiments, in which he explained how humans beings are motivated not only by self-interest but also by empathy and a sense of justice. Later, in 1776, he published his most famous work, The Wealth of Nations. This book coincides with a key historical moment, the beginning of the Industrial Revolution and the independence of United States. Both processes were transforming the world, and his ideas found fertile ground to spread.
Okay, the second topic is leadership, her leadership qualities. Adam Smith was not, sorry, a politician or a businessman, but he was leader of ideas. His qualities made him a respect figure. He had an analytic mind, capable of observing how society worked and translating it into understanding theories. He was an innovator. He questioned the mercantilist system, which argued that wealth was measured by the accumulation of precious metals. He was a great teacher, remembered for his clarity in teaching and explaining concepts. Many of his students went in to hold important positions. In addition, he knew how to combine different disciplines: philosophy, ethics, politics, and economics, achieving a comprehensive view of society. These qualities made him influential even beyond his time, as he paved the way of a whole new way of thinking about the economy.
Topic 3 is recognized actions and achievements. One of Adam Smith's greatest contributions was his defense of the free market. He proposed that when people seek their own benefit, a natural balance is created that also benefits others. He called this the invisible hand. Another of his achievements was the division of labor, a concept he explained using the example of a pin factory. When each worker specializes in a specific task, total production increases much more than if each worker tried to do everything themselves. This principle remains fundamental to the organization of modern work. Smith also criticized the mercantilism, which viewed trade as competition between nations. Instead, he argued that free trade generates prosperity for all. His ideas did not just remain in books, they had a direct impact on the Industrial Revolution and the way countries began to design their economies. He is therefore considered the founder of classical economics.
The next topic is his famous quote and legacy. One of his most famous quotes appear in The Well of Nations, her book. his book, sorry. It is not from the benevolence of the butcher, the brewer, of, or the baker that we accept our dinner, but from their regard to their own interest. With this quote, he wanted to show that people, by working to satisfy their own needs, also end satisfying those of others. Adam Smith's legacy is enormous. Thanks to him, we understand the economic freedom, competition, and cooperation are engines of progress. His ideas continue to be taught in universities, applied in economic policies, and debated around the world. Although his vision has been questioned and supplemented by other economists over the centuries, Adam Smith remains the foundation on which modern economics is built.
For closing, Adam Smith was much more than an economist. He was a comprehensive thinker who united ethics, philosophy, and economics in a single vision.
And that is why, more than 200 years after his death, we continue to remember him as the father of modern economics. Thank you.